Okay guys, very good evening, and today we are going to go for the video notes of management theory and practice that we have done in the first chapter. Today is the second chapter, that is nature of management. So this particular video is no nonsense video. That means we'll be directly talking onto the notes. No introductions, nothing is necessary. Okay, so introduction, management theory and practice, chapter number 2, nature of management. 2.1 introduction. Management is a universal phenomenon covering all aspects of organizations. Lack of good management will lead to wastage of money, wastage of time, wastage of efforts, wastage of resources. Main objective of management is to maximum output with minimum efforts and resources. Nature of management. Controversies are there for the nature of management. Management as science or management as arts. Sorry. Management as science is organized systematic body of knowledge. It acquired by performing various experiments and observation. So is management. So management is termed as science according to this concept. Management as art. Art is knowledge and skill to achieve desired results. Management also requires a specific ability to get the desired results. Okay. Management as function and process. That's a third hybrid format that says management aims to combine individual efforts and achieve organization goals by mobilizing and utilizing resources, developing new skills, introducing advanced techniques, etc. It is highly critical function with authority and power to take the important decisions to get the things done. So that is 2.1. Let's go to 2.2, and 2.2 is definition of management. So management can be defined through various viewpoints. One is traditional viewpoint, second is modern viewpoint, third is 7M's viewpoint, and fourth is 4P's viewpoint. So we are going to see all these viewpoints right now. Okay, so let's first see the traditional viewpoint. Management is to manage people tactfully and getting the things done through effort of others. Second, modern viewpoint. Management is a group activity to achieve individual goals, group goals and organizational goals. हम इसके बारे में और डिटेल में आगे पढ़ने वाले हैं. This is an objective achieved by 5 major functions: planning, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling. Very important 5 functions. We are going to understand this further. It is done by utilizing the resources: human resource, people, employees. Non-human resources are material and machinery. Okay, so this is modern viewpoint. Third is 7M's point of view. Management is a combination of 7M. What are the M's? Men, machine, material, money, method, market, motive. Combinations of this will give us increased production, increased sales, increased revenue and increased goodwill. Now 4 P's are, it is a center of 4 P's, that is people, productivity, profit, public relationship. Management objective is to earn profit by turning input into output and same time serving the society and its employees. Now apart from this all viewpoints, okay, we are here with a different management definitions. Now we have to go through this different way. As per George R. Terry, management is a process consisting of planning, organizing, executing and controlling, performed to determine the accomplish and objective by the use of the people and resources. In words of E.F.L. Beach, management is concerned with seeing that the job gets done. Its tasks all center on planning and guiding operation that are going in the enterprise. According to American Management Association, management is guiding human and physical resources into dynamic organizational units which attain their objectives to the satisfaction of those served with a high degree of morale and sense of attainment on the part of those rendering services. Peter F. Decker, the renowned management expert, has defined management as the substitution of thought of brawn and muscle, of knowledge for Flogger and the superstition of the corporation for the force. So management is not physically present but practiced by all the people. Efficiency and effectiveness are 2 important aspects of management. Management problem solving process. Management is for achieving objectives by utilizing its resources, applicable to every organization irrespective of the organization size and nature. So that was your definition of management. तो definition of management में व्यू पॉइंट्स याद करना है और ये डेफिनेशंस याद करना है. 2.3 nature and purpose of management. Okay, so let's see first the nature of management. The nature of management is divided into 5 parts: goal oriented and purposive, universal, continuous, group activity, intangible. Purpose of management: achievement of goal and objective, optimum utilization of resources, cost minimization, survival and growth, development of nation. So these are nature, these are purpose of management. Let's see this in detail. Goal oriented and purposive. Now we are seeing the nature of management. First is goal oriented and purposive. Management do not exist without goal. Success of management means achievement of goal. Management is purposive and centered on, sorry, something is wrong there, some spelling mistake there. I'll correct that later on. Management is purposive and centered on goal. It must be goal. Point 2, management is universal. It is universal in nature as it is required to be applied. Individual, professional life, number of activities and responsibilities towards a particular organizational and individual goals. Personal life, cooking, cleaning, entertaining, personal, etc. All these things. Now, organizational level pe, organization, small traders and small businesses, big business houses, industries and companies. So, management is covered by every turn, individuals or organizational levels. Okay. Management is continuous. It is a never-ending process. Performance at all levels at all time. It is not something that you do once and leave around. You have to keep performing it continuously, identifying for the growth of opportunities. 4th point, management is a group activity. Management is more concerned with group. It coordinates individual efforts to achieve group goal. Management is intangible. It is a presence can be seen by increased productivity, increased profit. It cannot be practically seen or touched. So management is intangible. Now after this was the nature of management. Let's come to the purpose of management. Purpose of management is again divided into 5 parts. First purpose is achievement of goal and objective. Management without goals cannot exist. Management keep trying to achieve its goals and objectives. These goals are further divided in 2 parts: individual goals, group goals. Management tries to coordinate between these both goals using human and non-human resources, increasing teamwork, coordination in employees. Second, optimum utilization of resources. Management makes sure that organizations have an adequate supply or utilization of resources like material, money, machine, manpower. It provides with enough training to its manpower for proper utilization of these resources. Cost minimization, third purpose of management. Cost minimization is possible where there is reduction in the wastage of resources. Fourth, survival and growth. Management continuously assesses the market change and needs the organization to adapt, survive and grow as per the need of market. Management assesses the present risk of opportunities in the future. This minimizes the risk of failure and organization survives and keeps growing through the environment. The last point, development of nation. It plays a major role in development of nation by supporting its economic conditions, called as key to economic growth. Nation can grow well if wealth-related resources are managed well. Good management is equal to achieving organization profit. Achieving individual profit is equal to growth of nation. Standard of living is being increased. So this was your third 2.3 that says management, nature of management and purpose of management. Now let us go to 2.3.1 which says management as science. So first thing is there is a controversy if it's a science or arts. There are different point of views by the different experts. Definition of science by the Webster College Dictionary, it says any skilled technique that reflects a precise application of facts or principle. Fine. Now management as a science, it have a universal application of principles. The management is a science as it is an application of a systematic studies for inquiry and analysis of information to take critical business decisions. It have a universal application of principles. Management principle can be applied anywhere and everywhere. It is not that it works in isolation. The principles are applied anywhere, generate similar kind of result. Repeated application principle will make the person better or gain expertise over application. The person, as per Luther Gulick, management is already a field of knowledge and is becoming a science because interrelationships between being involved are being explained systematically, and emerging theories are being tested and improved by the logic, the facts of life. Okay, management is a science because it have a basic what can be called as science like. One, ideal managerial practices can be applied in a typical situation. Two, there is a rational and objective way to determine appropriate course of action. Three, manager needs to follow the preset theories to solve the problem. Example, poor work performance, training, and one-to-one interaction. Frederick W. Taylor already gave us a scientific management. Management is not a natural science. Now, this is very important to understand. Management is not a natural science but a behavioral science. Natural science. A factor can be studied keeping the other factors constant. This is not possible with the management. Some of the factors may be variable, and making the other factors constant is not possible always. Example, study of heat and density study is possible to keep the variable constant as it is under the proper control. Example, study of monetary policy, it is not possible to keep all the variables constant. There may be factors affecting such as motivation, pressure, targets, leadership, personal life, etc. So management is a behavioral science. I repeat, management is a behavioral science. Let's go to management as art. Management is art. Art is doing something in an organized manner, understanding how particular things work and can be accomplished in an art. There is no specific way to learn management. It comes from one individual personality and ability. Managers are born, not made. Managers need to rely on a political, social environment to use his own body of knowledge and ability and personality to determine the course of action. Now, there are three major contributors here. One is Henry Mintzberg. He says most noticeable advocate to state management is an art. He states managers do not have a set of routine behavior. They have to rely on their social, political, intellectual skills to solve any problem and to take decision. David E. Lentil, he have given a series of lectures on a management, a humanist art in 1967. He states that a manager are an artist. They have to respond differently to different employees and to different situations also to motivate them and to get the work done. Peter Drucker, again a very big name in management, he termed management in a liberal arts. He states management is a practice and application of knowledge, wisdom, leadership. Management practices change with the change in the environment and the situation. So what's the conclusion here? The conclusion is none of the view of the management is science or arts can be rejected. Both views support an extensive body of literature. Management involves both aspects of science and arts. The discipline of art is backed by the basic knowledge of science. The discipline of science is incomplete without its practical application, which is arts. So both are interlinked. Now, table 2.1 summarizes management as science, arts, and profession. We are going to understand this profession wala concept aage. Management as science implies the systematic method of inquiry and analysis for the information to take control of the business decision. Management as arts involves an organized body of theoretical knowledge. Management as profession requires specialized skills applicable in the large-scale organizations and interest of the society as whole. Management as science consists principle based on repeated experiments that can be applied anywhere. Management as arts considers management as a skill that comes from the individual personality and ability. Management as a profession considers management as a separate discipline which involves research, observations, and practice. Management as science involves rational, objective way of determining appropriate actions for the specific situation. Management as arts rely on social, political, environmental, and use of their own body of knowledge to determine the course of action. Management as profession involves a specific rules and regulations to be set to set the goals. Management as science again follows general principle as theories as well as forms and test hypotheses to solve a particular problem. Management as arts depend on personal skill, practice, creativity to solve a particular problem. And management as profession requires practitioner to have a formal education and training with updates of the professionalism. Management as science appears more as a behavioral science rather than natural science. Management as arts involves practices that change with changes the business environment. And management as profession bears responsibility towards members of the society such as consumers, investors, employers and shareholders. So that is how your management as art or science or profession has been determined. Let's go to the 2.4 functions of management. Now these are the functions of management. Okay, management is operated by the number of functions called management functions. This function defines the roles and jobs of a manager. This is disagreement. There is a disagreement among the experts for the classification of the management functions. Management functions are normally classified in 4 types or 5 types or 6 types or even 7 types. Different experts have given different names to the same functions. So Newman and Summer says planning, organizing, leading, controlling, whereas Henry Foyle says planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling. So the most common are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Now let us understand this all concepts. Planning. It's a forward-looking function forecasting in the future to achieve the results. Future forecasting is done on the analysis of past. It determines in advance where to go, how to go, what to do, who will do it. It also attempts the forecast to any problem arises and possible solution for the same. That is planning. Organizing. It determines the grouping activities of the resources like men, machine, material. It also defines relationships in the organization. Authority and responsibility, interdepartment relationship. It creates a structure, departmentalization and hierarchy. It is ongoing activity and keeps changing as per the different needs and plan. Now let's come to staffing. Staffing, employing efficient pool of people in the right quantity for the achievement of the desired goals. It determines the human resource requirement, recruiting the right kind of a people with the right skill and the desired goals to be achieved. Directing. Now in directing, managers instruct their employees how to perform their job properly. It also includes supervision of the employees for the work to be done. Supervision is to ensure that the work is done as per the plan and policies decided previously. All other functions of planning, organizing, staffing depends on this function of directing. All other functions of planning, organizing, staffing depends on this function of directing. It is a guide to subordinate as how to achieve the organization goals. So now this is directing. Okay. Let's come to controlling. Controlling, the most important function in organization. Actual output is measured against the desired output, determines the gaps between the actual and standard, take the corrective actions. So that is controlling. So this is the functions of management. So functions of management are broadly classified into planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and this is what does that mean. Now let's go to the 2.5 role of management in society. Okay, now importance of organization to create a positive image for society. This can be done when organization meets needs interest of society. Management have to fulfill certain objectives of the society. Benefits to society from good management. A society achieves the following benefits from the good management: industrial development, fairness to the different social group, satisfaction of consumers, welfare of people and social responsibility. Now if we go and look for good management objectives for the society, what should be the good management objectives for the society? Following objectives of the society management have to meet: good quality product at fair price, timely payment of tax to government, conserving biological, environmental and natural resources, fair business with customer, supplier, competitors and third party, preserving ethical values of the society. Now that is what we say as a role of management in society. अभी इसमें से कितना होता है कितना नहीं होता है अभी हम और डिस्कस करने के लिए नहीं है, अभी हम सिर्फ हमारा सिलेबस कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं. वी आर कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन द नोट्स. 2.5.1 Social responsibility of a business. Now what we are doing is we are dividing that into three major parts. Okay, social responsibility of a business. Business performs economic activity to earn profit. We all know that. But there are some other activities as well as where it is done. It's not done with the motive to earn profit. Activities like planting trees, developing gardens on street, performing surveys, providing housing, education and healthcare, sponsoring sports and national international levels, This all activities are not done to earn profit, but to give something back to society. Business works in society, it uses its resources and so have certain responsibility towards society. This is called CSR, corporate social responsibility. It intends to duties and obligations of the organizers towards the society. Organization should protect and uplift the society and should not harm them in any how. Business needs to align social goals with corporate goals, report regarding CSR activities it have performed, judging social performance by applying the various approaches, calculating cost of CSR and ROI, that is return on investments, on this programs. Approaches of organization CSR. तो CSR के क्या approaches होते हैं? Three basic approaches are given: social obligation approach, social responsible approach, social responsive approach. The difference: obligation, responsible, responsive. So in obligation it says consider business as an economic purpose and social responsibility as an obligation. In responsible, considers business from both social and economic point of view, and in responsive, works actively to deal with social needs and problems. So these are three major approaches of CSR. Let's go to the 2.5.2, social responsibility towards the different business groups. Okay, so CSR practices are generally focused to the stakeholders of the business. Stakeholders are divided in two parts: internal stakeholders, external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders are employees, board of directors, etc. External stakeholders are shareholders, customer, social activists, and environmentalists. So CSR are generally focused on stakeholders of the business. Management is responsible towards shareholders, customers, employers, community and society, government, and stakeholders. So these are where management is responsible for. Responsibility towards shareholders: informing shareholders about general annual emergency meet. What are the responsibility of management towards shareholder? Provide accurate financial information, provide fair return to the share investment. There's a responsibility towards shareholder. Responsibility towards customer: following rules of the Consumer Protection Act, provide high quality product and service at a reasonable cost, maximum satisfaction of customer value for money, restricting selling adulterated and low quality products, solving customer grievances by call centers. Okay, so even call center is a part of a responsibility towards customer. Responsibility towards employees: healthy work environment, fair wages and bonuses, recognition and reward for better performance, transparency on communication, training and development. So this is responsibility towards employees. Responsibility towards community and society: growth and development of society, generating employment, avoiding pollution. So this is responsibility towards community and society. Responsibility towards the stakeholders: timely payment of suppliers, correct information to bank, fair margin profit to distributors, clear specifications to supplier for ordering of raw materials. So these are the responsibility towards stakeholders. Responsibility towards government: pay taxes on regular basis, following rules and regulations, and don't submit misleading or false information to the government. So these are all responsibilities of your business group towards different business groups and shareholders, customers, employees, community, society, stakeholders, and government. So let's go to 2.6, management and administration. Very good. So administration and management are very close terms. Both are interlinked and involve using resources, directing individual to achieve goals. Many authors have not differentiated between them, but such as Alban, Unwik, Mary Follett, some of them have treated them as two separate concepts. Oliver Sheldon explains administrative is concerned with determining corporate policy, coordinating finance, coordinating production, coordinating distribution, administration in the structure of organization. Management is concerned with execution of policy should be in limit set up by the administration. So according to Oliver Sheldon, administration is thinking process, management is doing process. Administration is thinking process, management is doing process. Three approaches of management versus administration. Administration is a part of management. First approach. Second, administration is different from management. Third, administration is synonym to management. Let's see each. Administration is part of management. Advocate by European School of Thought. According to the Kimball and Richmond and Comer, administration is only implementing agency, thus it's a part of management. Okay? Now, second approach is administration is different from management. According to this concept, administration is superior to management. Superior. Okay? Administration make crucial policies and management execute those policies. Administration determine objectives and management directs the individual efforts to achieve those objectives. Okay, so part of management, this says it's a part of management for implementation. Different, it says it's superior. Okay, and third is administration is synonym of management. Various authors have not differentiated between the administration and management. Newman, Kearns, O'Donnell, Henry Foyle, William Newman, Chester Bernard, George Lewis. Newman explains management or administration is the guidance, leadership, and control effort of a group of an individual towards a common goal. In actual practice, this is both words are interchangeably. Administration is most used in government departments and offices. Management is mostly used in business world where economic activities are performed. So administration in government, management in corporate world. Okay. So let's see what are the differentiations or distinction between the management and administration. Point of difference, administration, management. Nature. Administration is a thinking function, management is a doing function. Type of work, it determines major objectives of policies and management implements the objectives and policies. Level of authority, administration is a top level function and management is a middle or lower level function. Important functions, administration have planning, controlling are the main functions involved in it. And for management, directing, organizing are the main functions involved in it. Skills required, conceptual and human skills are required. And for management, technical human skills are required. Usage, it is used by the government, military, educational and religious organization. Management is used by the business organization. So that was your 2.6 management and administration. Now let's go to the last part that we have first talked about, management as a profession. Now we have talked about this when we are talking about management as arts or science. So this is management as a profession. Management can be science and arts along with being a profession. What is a profession? According to a Webster dictionary, profession is that occupation in which one possesses to have acquired specialized knowledge which is used either in instructing, guiding or advising others. Now these are very important three words: instructing, guiding or advising others. Professor Dalton E.M.C. Farmland have gave 5 characteristics of a profession. 1. It's a body of specialized knowledge and technique. 2. Its formal method of training and experience should have. 3. Representative of the organization with the professionalism as its goals. 4. Ethical code of conduct should also be there. 5. Priority to service, then monetary rewards. So according to him, there are 5 characteristics of profession. That means if the particular work have these 5 characteristics, it can be called as profession. So let's see these 5 characteristics in detail. 1. Body of a specialized knowledge and technique. Management deals in a different areas of knowledge. Economic, maths, management, practical techniques and managements are developed from this kind of knowledge. Thus, management can be called as profession as it is developed technique to a specialized knowledge. Okay. Formal method of training and experience. Managers are selected on the basis of their managing experience of theory and practice. Managers who are not experienced can be properly and formally trained by the formal method. Okay. Third, we have representative organization with a profession as its goals. Every profession have an association with some kind of regulating body of that profession. This regulatory bodies regulate the behavior of an individual, create a code of conduct, prescribe minimum qualification. Example, for lawyers it is a bar council, for CA it is ICWA, But for management as a profession, we do not have any specific well-defined institute. So we can say that management do not have this future in itself to be called as management as a profession. Okay, so that is something. Ethical code of conduct. Ethical code of conduct have to be followed by an individual of any profession. In management, there is a code of conduct that is laid down to ensure that the confidentiality of organization information and prevent misuse of this information. We have all this. Priority to service, service then monetary rewards. Management also have a social service responsibility to the society, so it can be called as a profession. So out of this all five major characteristics, I guess we do not have this representative organization with a professionalism as its goal. Rest all are covering, and so management can be called as profession. Now let's come to this head point area. So what I have done is, after every chapter I have made one head point area. So this head point area is a last minute flow through. So we'll just go through this all head points, and it will have all the basic head points of the chapter. So management can be defined for different point of views: traditional point of view, modern point of view, 7 M's, 4 P's. मॉडर्न पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ के अंदर क्या आता है, 7P पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज़ में कौन से 7 पॉइंट्स है, 4P's में कौन से 7 पॉइंट्स है, नेचर ऑफ मैनेजमेंट में कौन से 5 नेचर ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, पर्पस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट में 5 डिफरेंट है, functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Management is responsible to a shareholder, customer, employers, community and service, government stakeholders. 3 approaches of management as versus administration. Administration is a part of management. Administration is different from management, that is superior from management. Administration is synonym from management. And Professor Dalton's 5 basic characteristics of profession: specialized knowledge, method of training, representative organization, ethical code, priority to service and monitoring. So that is how your second chapter completes. Okay, so this is the entire chapter what we have done right now. So we have this corporate culture, the notes are ready, structure, leaderships, and we have motivation after that, we have change in management after that, we have management information after that. So all the notes are almost ready, but yet to be recorded. Okay, so that is second chapter. We have completed that in 32 minutes and few seconds up to that. That's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Signing off.